Mandy. Action.
Holy shit, that was a trip. Seriously, grab a six-pack of the hardest shit you got because you're gonna need it. This is a movie that has been hailed by critics. This movie is like a Sundance Film Festival, awesome movie, great cinematography. It does have good cinematography, but holy shit, this movie is not that good. So Mandy tells a story about a guy named Red who lives in the middle of the woods and with his wife named Mandy. But then a cult comes by, takes the wife Mandy, and then when Mandy doesn't want to put out, she's called a whore and then murdered right before Nicolas Cage's eyes. And then that cliche movie thing where they don't kill the guy, just kind of leave him be, like they don't think he's gonna take revenge out on them. They just walk away and let Nicolas Cage survive because, movie stuff. So now Nicolas Cage is out for blood. He's got this pimped out new weapon that he made, and we get to watch him make it. And meanwhile, we also got these three half demons, half human beings. And at the end of the movie, I realized that this whole fucking movie has been taking place on probably a different planet. This movie is a LSD trip. This movie utilizes red lighting throughout 3/4 of the movie. And it's shot all grainy, like it looks like a VHS tape from 1983. And this movie is taking place in 1983. This movie's cashing in on that 80s vibe thing with Stranger Things. Everybody's trying to do an 80s thing and it's getting kind of annoying. This movie tried to be very visual. There's a couple of good visuals in this movie, but overall it just kind of got annoying. This movie is a slow burn. The first half of this movie, you're wondering where the fuck is this story going? What type of movie am I watching? I went into this movie completely blind, so I had no idea what to expect. But then the second half of the movie, you get these blood demons, and then you got all this revenge aspect, and then you're like, oh, okay, so this is what the movie's about. But then you look back and you're like, well, what the fuck was I witnessing before? What was that? It was unnecessary. That's what this movie is. This movie is 1,000 scenes of just random shit that just does not even need to be in here. It's pointless. This movie's all about like visuals and cool looking things. You got tigers for no fucking reason, just to have a tiger on set. Like, hey, can we get a tiger on set? Because. Now bring us 1,000 worms. We need it. You got a scene where Nicolas Cage just stares at this random ass guy. We don't know who he is, but he just walks in, stares him down. That's what this movie is. A lot of staring and talking where people will talk for 5 minutes straight without blinking. And without saying a single word, Nicolas Cage got a whole story out of this guy and all the information he needed. Wow. Nicolas Cage, throughout this whole movie, he keeps having these dreams, but his dreams are fucking animated cartoons about his wife being naked, doing all kinds of crazy shit that reminds me of that movie Heavy Metal that South Park made fun of in season 12. Yeah, all these things are supposed to be symbolic. I guess it's supposed to mean something, but I'm not going to dig too deep into it. I don't want to think about this movie for any longer than I need to. The only thing I liked about this movie is it is bloody. There's some creative kills and some things that make you question Nicolas Cage. Is he human too? Because he's crushing skulls like Jason in part 3. But it is bloody. You got a chainsaw battle. You got some it's got the revenge aspect to the movie, and I like that. But overall, this movie was just completely fucking weird. You have shots that are just 20,000 seconds long, and where a normal director would be like, alright, cut, but this guy just lets it go for another 30 seconds. Like, Nicolas Cage will stare into the screen for like 15 seconds, and then finally we get to see his POV of what he's looking at. It's like, oh, thank you. I've been wondering what he's looking at. Trees. Thank you. I needed to know that. And how much red lighting can you use? Like, is that supposed to mean something? Like, it's just red lighting, and what is the point of anything going on in this movie? It's just a weird fucking take on revenge. It's like a very horrible version of The Punisher. I was told this movie was very good, a lot of hype. This movie is hyped as shit. You got a lot of like Nicolas Cage moments in this movie where he just loses it. He's in his undies and he's in the bathroom screaming and screaming. It's very comedic. It's supposed to be serious, but I'm laughing my ass off. Nicolas Cage will get his shirt cut by this fucking Cenobite-looking woman from Hellraiser, and then he'll be like, that's my favorite shirt! You cut my favorite shirt. Which is enjoyable. Like, that's what Nicolas Cage has been known for, is just dropping random one-liners that aren't supposed to be funny, but they are. Like that one famous line from that movie, I forget what it's called, but he says, I love my eyes, and he's being attacked by bees. You know the one. You get a lot of those Nicolas Cage moments in this movie, so that makes it a little bit fun, but overall this movie was fucking boring. I did not understand this movie. I needed to be high or something. I feel like that's what this movie was for, and there's just lots of dialogue that is just dialogue to be dialogue, just like filling time. Nicolas Cage's girlfriend, his name's Red. Red's girlfriend tells us this like 5-minute story at the beginning of the movie about how she was forced to kill a bunny or something, a starling, and it's like, what was that for? Nothing. The only thing I can take away from this movie is that if you laugh at another man's penis, you're gonna get your ass set on fire. But overall, I just gotta say, when it comes to Mandy, I would say this movie, to me, is just wasted time. If you're gonna go into this movie, expect it to be a slow burn and to be like 2 different movies in one. You got this slow burn LSD trip in the first half, and then this revenge aspect with weird shit sprinkled in the second half. So just expect that. Those are my thoughts on Mandy. What did you think about this movie? Did you like it? Its visuals, its story, the weird concept I did not, but let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And as always, remember to hit that like button over here and to subscribe by clicking on my beautiful cartoon face in 5 seconds to see more. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen.